Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the worries of the day slowly drift away. Tonight, I will tell you a story whispered by the stars, carried by the wind, and kept safe in the glow of the moon. It is the tale of a little cat, with fur as soft as midnight and eyes that shimmered like starlight. She was not an ordinary cat, for her heart belonged to the sky. Each night, while the world slept, she would climb to the highest hill, sit quietly, and gaze at the moon with endless love. This is the story of Luna, the cat who loved the moon. A story of wonder, longing, and gentle dreams. A story to guide you into peaceful sleep. So relax, listen closely, and let the night carry you into Luna's world. The night had quietly settled over the little village by the river. Houses rested under the blanket of dusk, their windows glowing faintly before fading into darkness. The wind whispered softly through the tall grass, and crickets sang their steady song. Above it all, the moon shone round, gentle and luminous, like a lantern hung in the heavens to comfort the world. Below, in this quiet village, lived a small cat named Luna. She was unlike any other cat in the village. While the others spent their nights chasing mice, curling up near the warm hearth, or climbing the rooftops in playful mischief, Luna always found herself drawn outside. Her paws would carry her silently into the open, and her golden eyes that glimmered with flecks of silver would gaze upward. For Luna loved the moon. Every night she would climb to the top of a little hill just beyond the last cottage. From there, the whole sky stretched wide and open, the moon hanging like a guardian watching over the earth. Luna would sit still for hours, tail curled neatly around her paws, as if she were listening to a story whispered only to her. Sometimes, villagers passing by would chuckle softly. "That little cat," they would say. "She doesn't chase mice. She doesn't hunt. She simply sits and stares at the moon, as if she were in love with it." And in truth, she was. The moon filled Luna's heart with a warmth she could not explain. Its light soothed her fur like the gentlest touch. Its glow wrapped her in calmness deeper than any hearth could give. Whenever the moon rose, Luna felt that she was never alone. Tonight, the sky was especially clear. Stars shimmered like diamonds, and the moon glowed more brilliantly than ever before. Luna padded up the familiar hill, her paws pressing lightly into the cool grass, and settled beneath an old oak tree. She tilted her face upward, whiskers twitching in delight. "Oh, how beautiful you are tonight," she whispered softly, her voice barely a breath. "If only I could reach you. If only I could climb the sky and sit beside you." She closed her eyes and imagined a shining silver path stretching from the hill into the heavens. In her dream, she could walk that path step by step until she stood right beside the moon. And there she would tell it all the secrets she had carried in her little heart, as Luna drifted in her thoughts. A strange calmness wrapped around her. The night air was fragrant with the scent of wildflowers. A breeze stirred gently, almost like a lullaby brushing her ears. Slowly her eyelids grew heavy. The cat curled herself into a small circle beneath the oak tree. Sleep claimed Herb. It was not an ordinary sleep. In the dream, the moon glowed brighter, filling the sky with silver. And then, a voice, soft as the sound of a harp, spoke. "Luna, little one, I have heard your whispers." The cat's ears perked as she lifted her head and looked around, though all she saw was light. "Is it really you?" she asked, her voice trembling with wonder. "Do you truly hear me?" "Yes," the voice of the moon answered gently. Night after night I have watched you. Your heart is pure, filled with love. You have called to me, and tonight I call to you. Luna's tail swished in amazement. Then, may I come to you? May I see your world? The moon shimmered, and from its glow unfurled a silver bridge. It stretched across the heavens, gleaming like spun silk, each step glowing brighter than the stars. Walk, Luna, the moon beckoned. Walk this path, and you shall see where my light begins. The cat placed one paw upon the glowing bridge. It was soft and warm beneath her pads, like clouds woven into a road. Step by step, she climbed higher, leaving the hill and the village far behind. The earth fell away. The stars grew nearer. The sky wrapped her in silence, and ahead, the moon waited, radiant, smiling with a kindness that made Luna's heart swell. Thus began her journey and adventure of wonder, dreams, and love that only a cat who adored the moon could ever know. The silver bridge stretched endlessly before Luna, glowing with a quiet radiance. Each step she took shimmered behind her paws, as if the road itself was alive, remembering her journey. Below, the world was fading into a distant canvas, the rivers, forests, and rooftops shrinking into tiny patterns like threads in a great quilt. The little cat looked down once, whiskers trembling. The vastness of the sky made her chest tighten, but the moon's gentle glow called her forward. She kept walking, her paws light, her heart filled with awe. The higher she climbed, the more the stars surrounded her. Some twinkled close, playful and curious. One star in particular, bright and young, darted around her with a laugh like the tinkling of tiny bells. "Hello, traveler," the star chimed. Luna's ears twitched, surprised. "Oh, you can speak?" Of course, the star giggled, swirling around her tail. "We've been watching you, little cat. No one from Earth has ever walked this bridge before." Luna blinked, wide-eyed. "Truly. Then, is it strange that I am here?" The star shimmered brightly. "Strange, perhaps, but the moon must love you dearly, for only she can summon the bridge." The little cat's heart fluttered. "The moon loves me more than you know," the star said softly, before twirling away into the vast darkness, leaving behind a trail of glittering dust. Luna continued on, her steps steady. The bridge carried her through quiet seas of darkness, past drifting clusters of stars, and into waves of light that shimmered like silver curtains. Sometimes the silence was so deep that her tiny footsteps echoed, and she wondered if the whole universe was listening at last. She reached a place where the path widened into a great balcony of light. There she paused, gazing upward. The moon was closer now, filling the sky with a gentle radiance that seemed almost alive, as though it breathed. Its surface glowed not with cold stone, but with warmth and a soft silver aura. Luna sat down, her tail curling neatly around her paws, as she always did when she was waiting for the moon. Only this time, she was not on the hill of her village. She was in the sky upon the moon's own path. Then, from the glow ahead, a figure appeared. It was not what Luna expected. Figure was not a vast sphere or a blinding light, but a gentle shape cloaked in shimmering silver, flowing like water. Its eyes were kind and luminous, and its presence filled the space with calm. "Welcome," Luna the figure said, its voice the same that had spoken in her dream. "You have walked far already." Luna's ears tilted back respectfully, though her eyes glowed with awe. "Are you the moon?" "I am the spirit of the moon," the figure replied, bowing its head. You have called to me so many nights. With your heart wide open, I heard you, and I could not ignore such love. The little cat blinked slowly, her chest swelling with both shyness and joy. I thought perhaps I was only dreaming, that my whispers were lost to the night. Nothing spoken with true love is ever lost, the moon spirit said softly. Your words reached me. Your gaze touched me. And tonight, I wish to show you my world, so that you may know what it is you've been loving all this time. That the moon spirit extended a hand made of silver light. Luna hesitated only a moment before stepping forward, her paw resting gently on the glowing hand. It felt warm, like a beam of light softened by dawn. Together, they crossed into the moon's realm. It was unlike anything Luna had imagined. She had pictured cold craters and endless dust, but instead she saw fields of glowing lilies, their petals shimmering with soft light. Rivers of liquid silver flowed quietly, winding between hills of pale stone that sparkled like glass. The air itself seemed alive, filled with a hum as gentle as a lullaby. Luna's whiskers quivered in wonder. It's beautiful, she whispered. The moon spirit smiled. This is the hidden heart of the moon. Few have seen it, and now you are among them. As they walked together, Luna noticed that wherever she stepped, the flowers bowed slightly as if greeting her. Tiny creatures, glowing like fireflies, flitted above the fields, leaving trails of starlight in their wake. Some landed curiously, on her fur blinking softly before taking off again. For the first time in her life, Luna did not feel like just a small village cat. She felt part of something vast, something timeless. Why me? She asked quietly. Why did you choose to call me here? The moon spirit's eyes glowed like twin pearls. Because love is rare, little one. Many admire me, but few truly love me. They see my light, but not my heart. Yet you sat night after night, not asking for warmth, not asking for favors. You only gave your love freely, and that kind of love calls me. Luna lowered her head, her heart glowing brighter than any star. She didn't know what to say. She only knew that she belonged here, in this moment, beside the moon she had loved all her life. The moon spirit knelt, its silver cloak flowing like a river, and gently touched its forehead to Luna's. Will you walk with me, Luna? Will you see all the corners of my world? The little cat purred softly, her answer clear without words. So, together, under the endless sky, the cat who loved the moon began her first true journey across the silver fields of dreams. The silver fields stretched endlessly, glowing with a light that never dimmed. Luna padded quietly beside the moon spirit, her paws leaving faint impressions that shimmered before fading away. Each step seemed to echo softly, as though the ground itself was humming a lullaby. The little cat tilted her head upward, eyes wide. Above them, the sky was a sea of stars, yet unlike the stars seen from Earth. These were alive, pulsing gently, breathing as though they carried secrets of their own. Some drifted closer, hovering above the glowing fields like lanterns. Do they watch us? Luna asked, whiskers twitching in awe. The moon spirit's voice was warm, like a soft tide rolling in. Yes, they are the keepers of dreams. Each star carries the dreams of someone sleeping on Earth. Tonight they are awake, curious about you, a small creature who dared to love the moon. Luna blinked slowly. She thought of the villagers asleep. In their homes, perhaps dreaming of rivers, bread ovens, or children's laughter. Could one of those stars above her hold such dreams? The thought made her purr quietly. They walked on. passing a meadow where tall, silvery grasses swayed, though there was no wind. The blades of grass chimed gently when brushed, creating soft music like 1,000 tiny bells. Luna leaped playfully into the field, and the sound rose in waves, delicate and soothing. The moon spirit watched her with kind eyes. Even here your joy awakens the song of the moon. Do you see, little one? You are not just a guest. You belong here too. Paused mid-leap, her golden eyes glowing. She purred and padded back to the spirit's side. Though her heart felt both full and strangely heavy, "Spirit," she asked softly, "will I stay here forever?" The moon spirit looked at her for a long moment, silver light around them, dimmed as though pausing. Then the spirit knelt, lowering its gaze to hers. "That is for you to choose, Luna. You may stay if you wish. This world will welcome you, and I will keep you safe under my glow." The little cat's heart skipped. To live here forever, among silver flowers, dream stars, and gentle songs. It was everything she had once longed for, yet she thought of the old oak tree, the hill by the village, the scent of the earth after rain. She thought of the villagers, who sometimes laughed at her, but who also left out small bowls of milk by their doors. Her tail curled close to her body. I love this place," she whispered, "but I also love the earth. Will it forget me if I do not return?" The moon spirit's eyes softened. "The earth remembers all who love it, just as I remember you. But hearts are not bound to one place alone. You may love both and still choose where you belong." Luna lowered her gaze, torn between wonder and longing. To ease her thoughts, the spirit led her onward. They reached a quiet lake that mirrored the sky above. The water shimmered silver blue, rippling with reflections of countless stars. Luna padded close and peered down. Instead of her small form, she saw something unexpected. She saw herself sitting on the hill in her village, gazing upward with eyes full of love. She saw the villagers passing by, their lanterns glowing faintly. She saw a child who sometimes petted her head, leaving behind crumbs of bread. She saw the world she had left behind, still turning gently without her. Her heart swelled. "Are still there," she whispered. The moon spirit stood beside her, the reflection of its luminous form shining in the water. "Yes, time on earth moves as always. Your absence is but a pause in their song, but they will remember you." Luna stared long into the lake, her whiskers quivering. She wanted to leap into the reflection, to curl once more on the soft grass of the hill. Yet she also wanted to remain here forever in the silver calm of the moon's world. The spirit touched the lake with a hand of light, and ripples spread, dissolving the image. "Do not hurry, little one. The heart knows when it is ready to choose." They left the lake and entered a grove of tall, glowing trees. Their trunks were pale as marble, their leaves shining like crystal. A gentle wind stirred, filling the air with a melody so tender it seemed to seep into Luna's very bones. She lay down in the soft grass, curling her tail, eyes half closed. The moon spirit sat beside her, cloak spreading like a pool of silver light. "Rest, Luna. Tomorrow you shall see more of my world, the hidden valleys, the caves of memory, the towers where the stars are born. But for now, let the music of the moon lull you." Luna purred softly, her body relaxing. Her heart still carried questions, but the gentle song of the grove soothed them. As her eyes closed, she thought once more of the village hill, of the earth, and of the moon beside her. Perhaps she belonged to both. Perhaps love itself was the bridge that joined them. And with that thought, The little cat drifted into sleep once again, under the watchful glow of the moon. When Luna awoke, the grove was still glowing. Silver leaves swayed gently, scattering shards of light like falling snowflakes. The air smelled faintly of sweetness, like morning dew mixed with something ancient and timeless. The moon spirit stood nearby, watching her with quiet eyes that seemed to hold entire skies within them. "You've rested well," it said softly. "Come, little one, there is more for you to see." Luna stretched, arching her back, and patted after the spirit. Her paws made no sound on the luminous ground. She felt lighter here, as if the moon itself carried her steps. They walked toward the horizon, where the silver fields gave way to mountains that gleamed like crystal. At their base, a cave waited, its mouth shimmering with a pale glow. "This," the moon spirit whispered, "is the cave of memory." Luna tilted her head. "Whose memories are inside?" "All of them," the spirit replied. "Every being who has ever gazed upon me has left behind a trace, a whisper of thought or dream. The cave keeps them safe, so that love and longing are never forgotten." Together, they stepped inside. The air was cool and still. All around them, the walls glowed faintly, etched with countless shimmering patterns. As Luna padded closer, she realized they were not patterns at all, but images, tiny fragments of lives. Here was a mother rocking her child under the moonlight. There was a sailor staring at the silver path across the sea. Elsewhere, a child whispered a wish before sleep, clutching a small toy to their chest. Luna's whiskers trembled. The cave was alive with billions of moments, overlapping softly like ripples on water. She could hear faint voices, laughter, even tears, all woven into a single gentle song. The little cat pressed her nose close to one glowing image and gasped. It was her. She saw herself on the village hill, eyes wide, tail curled, staring at the moon with quiet devotion. Her heart thudded softly. "Even I am here," the spirit smiled. "Yes, Luna, every gaze, every whisper, every breath that reaches me becomes part of this place. Love is never lost, shines forever." Luna felt her chest ache, a sweet ache filled with both joy and sorrow. To know her love had been remembered was beautiful. But it also reminded her that her home, her earth, still existed, still waited. They left the cave in silence, the memories echoing gently behind them. Next, the spirit led her to a towering spire, rising higher than any mountain, its peak lost in the stars. The tower's surface shimmered as if carved from starlight itself. "This," the spirit said, "is the Tower of Birth. From here the stars awaken." As Luna gazed upward, she saw tiny sparks drifting into the sky from the tower's peak new. Stars, fresh and bright, fluttering upward like newborn fireflies. They rose one after another, taking their place among the constellations. Every dream, every hope, every song whispered to the night, the spirit explained, becomes a star. They are born here and return to the sky to light the way for others. Luna's eyes glowed. "So every star is someone's dream?" "Yes," the spirit said. "And some stars, when their time is done, fall back to earth as meteors, carrying with them blessings of light." The little cat sat quietly, tail wrapped around her paws. She felt so small among such vast wonders, yet she also felt part of something greater than she had ever imagined. But deep inside, her heart stirred with unease. The moon spirit turned to her. "You have seen much, little one. My world is yours. to walk if you choose. Here, there is no hunger, no fear, no sorrow, only light, song, and love. You could stay forever. Luna's ears twitched. She lowered her gaze. It is so beautiful. And yet the spirit waited. I miss the smell of earth after rain, she whispered. I miss the sound of the river flowing past my village. I miss the way the grass feels when I roll upon it. And her voice quivered. I miss the people, even though they never truly understood me. The moon spirit knelt before her, its cloak flowing like a sea of silver. It placed a glowing hand gently upon her back. To love one world does not mean to forsake another, it said. Your heart is wide enough to hold both, but you must choose where to dwell, Luna, for a heart stretched across two homes will always ache. Little Cat pressed close to the spirit's hand, her fur glowing softly. She felt the truth of those words sink deep into her. She lifted her eyes, golden and shimmering. How do I choose? The spirit's gaze was endless and kind. The answer lies not in what you desire most, but in where your love is needed. Most, Luna's breath caught, needed most. She thought of the lonely hill, the villagers, the child who left crumbs of bread, the bowls of milk by the doors. Small, simple gestures. Did they need her? Perhaps more than the moon did. The moon. Spirit seemed to read her heart. It touched its forehead to hers, light against fur. Sleep tonight, little one. When you wake, your heart will know. And so, under the glow of the Tower of Birth, where stars rose like new hopes, Luna curled herself into a ball. She closed, her eyes torn between two worlds she loved. The spirit stood watch over her as the silver night deepened. And while Luna dreamed, the moon waited patiently, knowing that love itself would guide her choice. Luna dreamed. She dreamed of the silver fields of the moon, glowing softly under an endless sky. She dreamed of the cave of memory, where every gaze of love remained forever. She dreamed of the Tower of Birth, where stars rose like promises into the dark. But she also dreamed of earth, the whisper of wind through grass, the smell of firewood drifting from chimneys, the quiet laughter of children as they pointed at the moon and made wishes. Her heart stretched across both worlds, aching with tenderness. When she opened her eyes, the moon spirit was waiting, calm and luminous. Have you found your answer, little one? The spirit asked. Luna rose slowly, her paws glowing faintly in the silver dust. Her eyes shone like twin embers. Yes, she whispered. The spirit tilted its head, waiting. I love you, moon, Luna said. I love your light, your stories, your silence. But my place is with the earth. For they need me, even if they do not always know it. My heart belongs to the grass, the rivers, the children who leave milk at the door. My paws long to touch the soil again. The spirit's expression did not change, yet its glow softened, like a sigh of understanding. You have chosen wisely, it said. Love that is given where it is needed shines the brightest. And though you return to earth, remember this, you are forever part of me. Whenever you lift your eyes to the sky, I will be there, shining back at you. Luna's tail swished softly. A warmth filled her chest, like sunlight hidden inside moonlight. But how will I return? She asked. The spirit extended its hand. In its palm was a small silver feather, glowing faintly, soft as starlight. This will guide you, it said. Close your eyes. Hold it to your heart. And when you wake, you will be home. Luna pressed the feather close. She curled against it, eyes fluttering shut. Around her, The moon's glow grew brighter until it was all she could see. When she opened her eyes again, she was lying on the soft grass of her village hill. The night was quiet, the earth cool beneath her fur. Above, the moon shone as it always had, distant, glowing, gentle. For a long moment, Luna did not move. She simply breathed, letting the smell of earth fill her lungs, letting the sound of crickets and wind return to her ears. It was all so achingly familiar, so beautifully real. Then she rose and stretched. Her paws pressed firmly into the ground, and she purred. She was home. From the village below, a child's voice drifted up, laughing softly. Luna's ears twitched. She padded down the hill, guided by instinct. At the edge of the village, she found a small bowl of milk, set carefully by a doorstep. Steam still rose from it, meaning it had just been placed there. Luna's eyes softened. She dipped her tongue, savoring the taste. It was simple, earthly, and perfect. It was everything. The door creaked open. A young girl peeked out, gasping. When she saw Luna, the moon cat, she whispered. Her hands clasped with wonder as though she had always known Luna's secret. Luna tilted her head and purred, brushing against the girl's legs. In the child's eyes, she saw something rare. Recognition, faith, love freely given. From that night on, the villagers noticed her more. Some still thought her an ordinary cat, but others left small offerings, crumbs of bread, bowls of milk, even warm blankets in winter. And the children whispered stories about the cat who loved the moon, swearing they saw her fur glow whenever she gazed at the sky. Luna never told them the truth. For some truths are best kept as mysteries, but every night she climbed the hill and looked up. The moon shone back at her, steady and patient. And though she no longer walked its silver fields, she felt its presence in every glow, every beam of light that brushed her fur. And sometimes, just sometimes, she would find a silver feather lying in the grass, glimmering faintly before fading into starlight. A reminder, a promise, a bond unbroken. Luna would curl around the feather, close her eyes, and purr herself to sleep, knowing she belonged to both worlds, earth and sky, grass and moonlight, love and memory. Thus, the cat who loved the moon lived her days in gentle peace, not as a creature torn between two realms, but as a bridge between them, her paws on earth, her heart in the heavens. And every night, when the moon rose, it looked a little brighter, as though smiling down at the little cat who had once walked its fields. For love, after all, never fades, shines forever, like the light of the moon. The end.